Good afternoon, student. So today we will going to learn about the different implementations of the Python program. So let us see Python programming. What we have today, we have the matplotlib data frame with pie graph. So let us see what are the program that we have with pie graphing systems, and how we can build the pie graph with this particular work. Now see this program. In this program, what we have a Python program to create a pie chart with a default color. That means what are the default colors is there, that we know. We will see it what will be the default color. In that particular default color, we will going to have this particular pie chart, isn't it? So as we are having this particular pie chart, see here that import matplot.pyplot as plt. That means we have called here the pyplot as plt, import numpy as np. So as we have called here numpy as np, and y equals to c, I have given one range, isn't it? I have given one range. Range is what, as different numbers I have given. See, 35, 25, then 25, 15, all those different number has been given. Then I have called plt.py. Now here the calculations, you will see that how the calculation is coming by default, and plt.show, that means we are plotting it. So in this particular graph, in this particular section of the graph of lib.pyplot, we will going to have this particular pattern of a program. And in this particular pattern of a program, that you can see here, that we have called here what, the matplotlib, pyplot and numpy. So numpy or np, numpy we have called here, as we have called here numpy or np, that in this particular area, or in this particular part, you can see it here, that what has been done, that we have called here two library files, isn't it? So as we have called here the two library files, matplotlib and numpy. So as we are calling it under this matplotlib, what we have called here, under the matplotlib we have called here a pyplot. Okay, we have called here a pyplot as plt. So this is what the particular thing we have designed. So as we have designed this, as we have made the structure of it, so y equals to np dot range, np dot array. What is the range we have taken? That sum of the value of array we have defined it here, isn't it? So those the value of array, that what we have defined it here. In this particular value of array, what we are doing, we are storing the values, and we are working with this value, isn't it? So as we are working with this value, that means what we are doing, we are yielding that there should be some implementation of this particular structure. So as we have the implementation of the particular structures, in this particular structures, what we find, that those the particular structure what is there, those the particular part what is there, that means we are constructing it, and we are making this particular pattern. Okay, so as we are making this particular pattern, in this pattern, what we are calling here, that there are the numpy dot array. That means we are calling the array. Okay, we are calling with the help of a numpy. That means what we are called here, np dot array. Np means numpy. So numpy dot array, there we have stored some values like 35, 25, 25 and 15. So as we have stored those values, we can see it, that those the values what are there, those the particular value that we will going to have, and we can store here. We will going to have this particular pattern of implementations. And as we have the particular pattern of implementations of the data, those the particular pattern of implementation of the data, we see it, that we are going this particular structures, and we are having this particular pattern. So as we are having those particular pattern, we are having this particular scenario, and we are making those particular scenario for the purpose that we are, so that we are going this particular pattern, and we are constructing this pattern. Okay, so as we are constructing this pattern, as we are making this pattern, so this the particular pattern what we have, this the particular pattern what we can find, that we have a certain pattern of structures, and we are constructing those structures to be workable. So since we find it, since we see it, that as those structures what we have, as those part what we have, each and every part, each and every structures what are there, that we are making these sections and we are implementing it. So this is what we can see, this is what we can find it, that now what are the changes we have done. See, plt.pi, that means we have called here the plt pi, here only pi, pi, under that pi what the range we have given, the range we have given y, isn't it? And then we have given that plt.show, plt.show means to show that particular graph. So this is what we have seen it, we can find it, that how we can construct these structures, and how we can make this particular structure. So as we construct these structures, as we find these particular structures, that we can implement, isn't it? So we can implement it. This is what the basic thing. So here we haven't given any designing, only the particular declaration has been given for it, and in this declaration what we have given the constructional phase, that's just the values has been given for it. Now based on this value, what you can find, what you can see, that it will going to construct the structure of a graph. As it will going to construct the structure of the graph, this particular structure of the graph will be designed and will be implemented in such a way and in such a pattern that you are having it or you are making on it, isn't it? So this is the pattern what you can find, this is the pattern what you can see, that when you are making it, when you are working it, we can find that there are the different pattern of the structures that we are constructing or that we are making. So as we are constructing or as we are making this particular pattern of structure, we will going to have those scenario, and as we are having those scenario, we can implement it and we can make it. Okay, so let us see what the output that we will going to derive from here. So now you see here in this particular area that graph has been constructed. This is the particular area. Based on that the demarcation has been done. We know pi graph is been done based on the percentage of 100, and based on that the thing will going to divide, isn't it? So as it is dividing based on the x-axis and y-axis, it has been plotted. The graph is plotted in this frame or in this way, and those the colors you see, blue color, then this magenta color, then green color. This is the default color, we have seen it. Then this also come for that particular purpose for here, this red color, this those are the default color, you can find it. So using those default color, what we can see, the graph has been constructed. Okay, so as the graph has been constructed by using the default color, that means here we are not going to define, we are not defining that how this particular structures that we will going to work with. Okay, so those the color what is there, those the part of the color that we find, that we are making on it, and that we are going through it, we are constructing them, and we are making those particular pattern, isn't it? So as we are making those particular pattern, as we are making those particular structures, we can find it that we will going to have this particular pattern, and we can implement it in our graphical form. So let's see the next graph what we have. Now students, see this another program. In this program what we have created here Python program to create a pie chart with a level. So level is there, and in this particular thing, see here, first we have import the first header file is matplotlib, and second file that we library file that we have called here is numpy. Under the matplotlib, what we have given under the matplotlib, we have imported the pyplot, isn't it? So pyplot is under matplotlib. That means we have two main library file. Under this particular library file, we have a pyplot system. So as we are having this particular pyplot system, as we find this particular pyplot system is there, in this particular pyplot system, what we will going to see, what we can find it out, that there are the different type of arrangement that we can build, different pattern of arrangement that we can build. So all this different pattern of arrangement that we build, okay, the different type of arrangement that we build, what we are having those particular format, what we are making the format, that pyplot will be, because for plotting we need pyplot. So pyplot is under what? Pyplot is under matplotlib. So here what we have see here, y equals to np dot array, we have given some numbers there, values there. Now I have given here labeling. So I said no, here we will do the labeling. My labels, in this my label I have given the name of some labels. So as we have given the name of some labels, see here, then plt dot py y. So which to be plot, y to be plot, y comma then label, label equals to what? My label. So what are the names has been given according, that means in 35% that it will going to calculate, there the apple will come, then 25 banana, then 25 cherries, next the dates will come. So those the labeling, what you can see, what you can find it, that this particular labeling will be done as you are going to construct it, as you are going to make it. So when you are going to constructing this particular area, when you are making those area, in those areas what we find it, that we have a certain pattern or we have a certain structure. So as we are having the certain pattern, as we are having the certain structures, so those the pattern or those the structures that we are constructing and that we are making. So each of these particular structures and each of this particular pattern that we have, that we are going to make it and we are going to implement it, how we can find that we will going to have this particular patterns to be implemented. Okay, how we can find that this particular patterns to be worked with. So those the pattern that we can find, that we are having it, that we are going to make this particular pattern in the particular sense, that what are the implementation of the data that we will going to make it. Okay, so each of this particular data, each of this particular part of the data that we are making and we are constructing. So as we are constructing and we are making those pattern, as we are finding those patterns, so each of this particular pattern, what is there, we have those pattern format, we are constructing those pattern format. So each of this particular pattern will going to be constructed in such a way, on in such a manner that we find it, that where we can make the structures and where we can work with the structure. So these the working with the structures that we can find, that we can make it, that each and every part or each and every pattern of the phenomenon that we are working with and we are making with, that they are going to be implemented. They are going to be implemented in such a way or in such a part that we have this particular pattern that we can construct. Okay, so we have those pattern to be constructed, and as we have constructed those pattern, as we have made those pattern, so each of this particular pattern that we are having and we are constructing here, see, same as if you remember the previous program of creating the graph, there also we have done the same thing. Okay, there also we have implement the same thing. That means we are importing, first what we are importing their matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, and after that what we have importing we are importing numpy as np. Okay, so we are importing this particular thing. As we are importing those particular thing, we find that those the data that we have, those the particular pattern of data that we are constructing, and each and every data that we have, each and every part of the data that we can find it, that we will going to have those particular pattern of structures, and we can work on this particular pattern of structures. So this the structure what is there, this is the particular part of the structure that we are constructing and we are making. We can see here that we will going to have this particular structures, and we are working on this particular structure, isn't it? So this is the frame, this is the part that we are having a level of it. As we are having the level of it, leveling what we have called, as we are calling earlier also, that plt dot, then we have to give the name of a graph that we want to construct. So here we are constructing a pi, so plt dot pi y comma level equals to my levels. Okay, so plt dot shows are there. So as we having the plt dot shows, as we are constructing the plt dot shows, that each and every structures that we are having, or we are constructing, or we are making of it. So this is the part that we have to implement. We have to see that how they can be implemented and how they can be worked. So y comma levels equals to my levels. Now what we have, plt dot show, plt dot show, what to show it, that it will going to show the structure of the particular table that we do have, and we do construct it. Okay, we do have and we do construct it. So these the constructions that we find, this is the particular pattern of constructions that we can see, that we are having these constructions and we are making this particular part of a graph. Okay, we are making this particular part of a graph. So as we are constructing it, so what are the things that I have added here? See, this way you can make your as I have shown you my previous videos, from those videos you can also import those things, and you can make your pie graph, you can design your pie graph, isn't it? So you are seeing here that we have more or less the things are common here. Okay, we have more or less the things are common here, like numpy dot array, we are bringing here the array. In pyplot also, in bar graph also we have done in array. Then leveling we have done labels. So here I have given it my level, you can write it labels. That doesn't matter it, if you write labels, if you write my levels, it will going to work on it. So my levels, what we are taking, or you can write that level 1, level 2, or names, or x or y, whatever the name you want to give it, isn't it? So my levels, has I have named it so that we can remember what purpose we have given the name for. Therefore what we have given, we have called the level function, and inside the level function we have implemented this particular my level. So those the particular thing, those the particular part that you can find, that you are working with, and you are making this particular structures, that each of these particular structures will going to construct the data, and based on that a pie graph will be built. So here also you see one thing, I haven't given any color. Okay, color specification I haven't given, you can give the color, that also I'll show you in the next videos, that how to describe the color, which color we require. Okay, what are the color you require for each of the cases, and how you can implement those different colors. Okay, so this is the thing that we can see, this is the thing that we can find, that when you are describing those particular pattern, when you are describing those structures, you are describing the part that you do have, isn't it? Same way that we can find it, that we are describing it and we are working on it. Okay, we are working on it. So this is what the labeling is, that we have constructed the label, and we have made this particular label. Okay, we have made this level, and this is how we can make our structures to be work. Okay, so let us see what is the output that we will going to get. So you see now, this is the output. Now what are the changes you can see here? You have seen the previous graph, it is same as the previous graph, but one thing you have seen the changes is there, that in each of the portion it has got a name. Okay, in each of the part it has got a name. So this the name what it is there, this the name what we have given it. Based on this particular name, what we can find, how we can insert the name by using the labels. Okay, so as we are using the labels, my labels I have given the name and I have defined it in the label function. So as I have given it in the label function, based on that particular work, based on that particular pattern, we have named it and we have work on it. Okay, so this is what about the graph that we have implemented. So thank you all. Today I am ending my session here. Thank you.